Welcome. For those of you that were meditating, could you simply stop meditating and just relax? And what I mean by that is stop the tension of the sense of meditator. Stop contracting the idea of a meditator. Contracting, projecting. Projecting the idea that a meditator is necessary in order to be what you already are. Happy meditation. If he doesn't experience as happy, as peaceful, open, inviting meditation. And simply allow yourself to do 2 or 3 times a conscious breathing. The breathing being natural, but just slow, long, lengthy, and slow. Simply conscious of breathing. Conscious of the breathing activity. Allow it to be as effortless and as soft and lengthy as you can. Let it be. Yes, that's enough. The reason that I invited you to breathe consciously is because this activity points us towards that area in and on which true listening happens. The area that we call the chest, the gut. Simply notice this area. But while you are noticing, allow yourself to keep, the best you can, your attention open. And simply notice that you can be effortlessly aware of this area without the need of focusing the attention into it. And the contrary. The more you allow the attention to stay open, the more alive it becomes, this listening. And this listening is not only about sounds. Listening, the true listening is listening of sensations, but this listening is effortlessly sees, effortlessly senses. So in this openness, simply notice whatever might be that is arising and you're experiencing. Might be pictures or sounds from the night before, from earlier this morning, for anything you may have seen via internet, via TV. Or even a longer past, whatever might be arising at this moment. And when it does, it will naturally dissolve, naturally evaporate, disappear the moment you are not interested in going along with it. That doesn't mean that maybe something that arises evoke within you the sense of needing to do something, sensing the sense of wanting to do the right thing, or wanting to finish it, wanting to complete it. Notice those as well. The desire to do something with it or about it. Notice that as well. And when you're just simply noticing it without focusing into it, but while staying as the openness, in and on which comes, arises, and collapses, you will notice that in the area of the listening is naturally happening a movement, a discharge. This discharge, one could be said, that is when you stop efforting. When you stop wanting to maintain or wanting to hold on to whatever arises on it. Pictures, sounds, feelings, sensations. Simply notice how this openness is naturally here. It's that which, without which we couldn't experience what we are experiencing at this moment. And notice that whatever you're experiencing at this moment is naturally arising, is naturally happening. It doesn't need help. So again, see if there is anything about last night or any other time that somehow still is demanding for your attention. Something that you said put on hold, a phone call, a message, something to say to someone that you're planning to do afterwards. And simply notice whatever is arising in this open attention. And notice that you have the choice to stay interested in it, or simply stay as the openness in and on which is arising. And notice as well if there is a sense of wanting to hold on or not to hold on to it. If you feel there is a sense that you cannot let it go because it's important, you need to do that afterwards. In other words, see if whatever is arising is feeling important, is feeling serious. And if so, could you stop wanting it to make it important, wanting to make it serious, just for this moment? You can make it serious as much as you want any other time, but just at this instant, can you stop wanting to make it serious, important, meaningful? Significant. And again, before starting our conscious investigation and the true nature of our experiencing, see if there is anything else still that is hanging about the so-called the past, last night, or earlier this morning, or any other time. See if there is anything arising, and notice that whatever is arising is ever pictures, sounds, or comments about it. In other words, more sounds. And see if evoke within you any sensations. And just for this moment, simply remember to open your attention. And if you do, it will naturally and effortlessly unravel, dissolve, disappear from your attention. To be what you are, whatever that is, which is simply just here. To be what you are, my teacher used to say, is very, very simple. It's not easy, but very simple. It's simple because you already are. It's not easy because in order to be, we need to stop ignoring it. And the object we use to ignore it is an object that we call the memory me. Or the me memory. And it's an object that we find fascinating. And because we do find it fascinating, we're all day long lost in our heads, telling ourselves a story. Telling ourselves the story of what was, or the story about what it might be. Completely ignoring the beginning when we start telling the story and the end when we end the story. Because we are constantly telling ourselves the story, constantly. We don't realize it because it's an automatic. And sometimes we are very, very aware of it. We're so aware of it that we are writing the story as if we're writing a report to give to someone afterwards. Some of us have been coming here is writing the reports now smaller and less specific. But used to be very specific. So yes, that's how we ignore what is actually here. By recycling the me memory, by telling ourselves the story. So in this moment, simply allow yourself to remember something about this me memory or story. Check and see if there is anything about it at all that you wish it was different. You don't have to dig very deeply, just whatever arises. And if nothing arises, that's good too. But simply notice again that whatever may arise is only images, sounds, or sensations to it. Sensations called feelings like nostalgia, frustration, sadness, or even happiness. And also welcome how you feel about those memories. Welcome the sense of like and dislike about whatever is arising. Notice that as well. And again, remember that you have the choice to go along with it, that is, making it personal, making it important, or to rest as the openness. Just simply notice that choice to focus into whatever is arising or to open your attention. Notice that when you open your attention, it's because you are not interested in holding on in whatever is arising. And if that is so, you will notice some movement, some discharge of energy. That means discharge of efforting. So again, while resting as this openness, which is effortlessly allowing for the projection of memories, allow yourself to remember something, the same memory or something else about this me memory or story. That you wouldn't mind if it would have been different. That if you were all over to do it again, you will do it differently. And see whatever this invites into the openness. And notice that whatever is arising is ever images, sounds perhaps, or other sensations, can be smells, feelings. And notice right now your reaction to it. Whether it feels unpleasant or unpleasant. And again, simply notice whatever is arising. Notice the effortlessness of the happening, because it's happening naturally. And again, remember that you can exercise the freedom to focus into that, or to simply open your attention that is, you relax the sense of wanting to hold on or not to hold on. But if you feel any sense of wanting to hold on or not to hold on, notice that as well. And go back to your open attention. And again, simply notice the naturalness, how things just get discharged. How they just naturally arises and collapses. As long you are not interested in holding on to it or using it to ignore what is actually here. Openness. And allowing yourself to rest and feel comfortable the best you can as this openness, as this open attention that is all including. It's including the experiencing of the body, the experiencing of the surroundings. Allow yourself to remember anything about this so-called me memory or story that you feel very proud of, that you feel it defines you, that you use from time to time to get to feel confident about what you think you are. And welcome whatever arises. And again, simply notice that what arises is ever pictures, ever sounds, ever sensations. And can you welcome the sense of wanting to use that to make it personal? Welcome the sense that you need that in order to feel security or confidence. that you need that in order to function, to be appreciated. So just for this moment, can you welcome the sense of needing to be appreciated, of needing to be considered, of needing to be recognized? Of needing to be validated, either by yourself or the idea of others. And again, remember that you have the choice to stay focused into that, or to simply open your attention. And allowing whatever that is, whatever it is, and simply see if this is true or just a projection of your imagination. And again, let's do just one more, and some like and dislike. So simply allow yourself to remember something that you dislike about this so-called exercise being a me, a memory me. Simply arises whatever dislike is invited into your openness, into the openness of what you are. The reason we feel dislike is because it comes from the idea of judgment. So welcome the sense of practicing being judgmental. Along with whatever is arising, which is nothing else than pictures, sounds or sensations. And remember that you can use it to be focused into it, to ignore that what is actually here, the openness. So if you want to honor the openness, allow your attention to expand, to open. If you're feeling, some of you, a contraction in the chest area, it's because without realizing it, you're focusing into it. So simply notice it. And stop wanting to do anything with it or about it. Like wishing it felt different, or wishing it wasn't there. Because the moment you truly open your attention, that which is not real collapses. stops being objective. It loses the sense of solidity. So, whatever it was we did last time, whether it was a like or dislike, just welcome the opposite. A dislike, I guess. I don't remember if it was a like or dislike. So whatever it is, welcome the opposite. The dislike or like about this projection called the me memory. And now you know, try to do it by yourself. Without the guidance, but by being just what you've been experiencing. Yes, let's do just one per more of that what you label attachment and aversion. So let's do just one attachment and one aversion. Attachment is usually something that we like, so we hold on to it. That's what we call attachment. It's a like that we like to hold on to it. So allow yourself to remember a like that you really love to hold on to it. Because there are parts of the me memory that we really like, and parts that we don't like very much. So with the parts that we like, we try to edit it constantly to maintain the story alive, to make it nicer, sweeter. That's why we're constantly writing the story, because we're constantly editing it and so on. So allow yourself to remember a liking that you like to hold on to, or an attachment. Give yourself permission to really say, yes, I just love that. I want to hold on for a little longer. And again, simply notice whatever this invites into the openness of what you are. And simply welcome all the sensations and same paraphernalia, pictures and sounds. And again, remember that you have the choice to hold on to it by focusing into it, by using it to ignore the openness in which appears. So you have the choice to stay there or to open your attention. And while resting as this openness, which is ever a clean slate, Remember this so-called me memory and aversion. And aversion can be when we're denying to see certain people, denying to see certain things, or not denying or avoiding, whatever it is make you avoid, postpone. Procrastinate. So work on whatever attachment that is, whatever arises as attachment in this moment, and your openness. It can be as simple actually as going to the dentist every 4 months or so. You don't have to make it too spiritual, you know. And yes, whatever arises, simply notice it for what it is. And if you're not interested in going along with it, allow yourself to rest as the openness. That which is naturally all allowing. Allows for all projections. Allow for the idea of a me. Allow for the idea of others. It's an extraordinary laboratory. That is all allowing. So rest as this openness that allows for memories, yet is memoryless. Yes, one last thing. Sorry, just stay as, just we're going to do it twice. It's a polarity. So, could you allow yourself to be the me or the story of me as much as you do? Could you allow yourself to rest as the openness as much as you can? Yes. Could you allow yourself to be or to the me memory as much as you do? Could you allow yourself to rest as the openness as much as you are? Just once more. Could you allow yourself to rest as the me memory, the me sense, as much as you do? And could you allow yourself to rest as the openness, as much as you can?